You've been sitting at your kitchen table for the past hour trying to make sense of your finances. There's a stack of bills in front of you, three different credit card statements, your bank account open on your laptop, and the budgeting app on your phone that you downloaded last month and used exactly twice. You're trying to figure out why you're still living paycheck to paycheck when you make decent money. You've cut back on coffee, you cook at home most nights, you're not buying luxury items, but somehow every month you're still broke. And the worst part, you've started to believe that maybe you're just bad with money. Maybe some people are naturally good at this and you're not one of them. Maybe you're missing some essential skill or discipline that everyone else has figured out. My name is Minted Finance, and I spend way too much time thinking about how our entire financial system is deliberately designed to make normal people fail. If you're someone who feels like you're doing everything right but still can't seem to get ahead financially, and you've started to blame yourself for it, hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, because what I'm about to show you is going to completely change how you think about your financial struggles. So let's talk about why you're not bad with money, because here's the thing, you're not. You're operating in a system that was built to extract as much money from you as possible while making you feel like any financial struggle is your personal failure. And that's not an accident, that's the design. The system works exactly as intended and it's working perfectly. It's just not working for you. Here's what most people don't realize. Everything about modern personal finance is set up to benefit everyone except you. Banks profit when you're confused, credit card companies profit when you carry a balance, retailers profit when you impulse buy, subscription services profit when you forget to cancel, your landlord profits when you can't save for a down payment. And all of them have spent billions of dollars figuring out exactly how to keep you in this cycle while convincing you that it's your fault for not being disciplined enough. Let me show you the math, because once you see how rigged this system is, you're going to stop blaming yourself and start getting angry at the right people. Let's start with the most basic thing, getting paid. The average American gets paid every 2 weeks. Why? Not because that's what's best for you, because that's what's cheapest and easiest for employers. But getting paid every 2 weeks makes budgeting significantly harder because you've got 4 to 5 pay periods that don't align with your monthly bills. Think about it. Your rent is due on the 1st, your car payment is due on the 15th, your credit card is due on the 23rd. Your utilities are scattered throughout the month, but your paychecks come every 2 weeks on random dates that shift every month. You're constantly doing mental math trying to figure out which bills you can pay with which check. And if you mess up the timing, you get hit with late fees and overdraft charges. The system isn't designed to help you succeed. It's designed with just enough friction to generate fee revenue. Now, look, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I should just be better at budgeting. Other people manage to handle this. But here's where it gets interesting. Studies on financial stress have found that the cognitive load of managing misaligned pay periods and due dates is equivalent to losing 13 IQ points. 13. That's the difference between functioning normally and being significantly impaired. You're trying to make good financial decisions while your brain is operating at a deficit because of a system that was never designed with your success in mind. And that's just the pay cycle. Let's talk about how you're expected to manage your money. You're supposed to have a checking account for day-to-day spending, a savings account for emergencies, a retirement account for the future, maybe an HSA for health expenses, maybe a 529 for your kids' education. Each one has different rules, different tax treatments, different contribution limits, different withdrawal penalties. You're expected to understand all of this, optimize all of it, and manage it all while working full-time and living your life. Compare that to how wealthy people manage money. They have financial advisors, they have accountants, they have tax specialists, they have teams of people whose full-time job is managing their finances. But you're supposed to do all of that yourself with no training, no support, and no time. And when you inevitably make mistakes or don't optimize perfectly, the system punishes you with fees and missed opportunities. Here's what most people don't realize. The entire structure of consumer finance is based on what economists call adverse selection. The system is designed to make money off people who struggle, not people who succeed. Banks don't make money from customers who maintain minimum balances and never overdraft. Credit card companies don't make money from people who pay off their balances every month. The business model requires a certain percentage of customers to fail, and then the system blames those customers for failing. Let me give you a real example. Credit card interest rates. The average APR right now is somewhere around 20 to 24%. That's not because money is expensive to lend, it's not because the risk is that high. Banks can borrow money at about 5%. So why are they charging you 20%? Because they can, because the system allows it, because there's enough confusion and complexity in the credit card market that most people don't shop around or understand what they're paying. And here's the psychology part that nobody talks about. The system is deliberately designed to make you feel like financial struggles are a personal moral failing rather than a systemic problem. When you overdraft your account, the bank doesn't say, "Our confusing balance reporting system and predatory fee structure got you." They charge you $35 and move on. When you can't pay off your credit card, the credit card company doesn't say, "Our 23% interest rate is designed to keep you in debt." They just keep charging you interest. The message is clear. This is your fault for not being responsible enough to handle. But here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about how the system makes it nearly impossible to build wealth even if you're doing everything right. You get a job, you make decent money, you pay taxes. Social Security, Medicare, state income tax, federal income tax. Between 25 and 40% of your income is gone before you even see it, depending on where you live and how much you make. Fine, that's part of living in society. What's left goes into your bank account where it earns essentially no interest, 0.01% if you're lucky. Meanwhile, inflation is running at 3 to 4% annually, so your money is losing value just by sitting there. But if you try to invest it to keep up with inflation, you need to navigate a complex system of brokerage accounts, understand the difference between ETFs and mutual funds, know about expense ratios and tax laws, and hope you don't make mistakes that cost you thousands. Now, you might be thinking, but target date funds and robo-advisors have made investing easier. Sure, they have, but you still need to know they exist, you still need to understand enough to choose between them, you still need to have money left over after all your expenses to invest in the first place. And here's the thing that most people don't realize. By the time the average person figures out they should be investing, they've already lost years of compound growth because nobody taught them this in school, and the system doesn't make it obvious. Think about what you were taught about money growing up. Maybe you learned to balance a checkbook, a skill that's been obsolete for 20 years. Maybe you learned about compound interest in a math class and immediately forgot it. But did anyone teach you about tax-advantaged accounts, about the difference between good debt and bad debt, about how credit scores actually work, about how to negotiate your salary, about how insurance deductibles interact with HSAs? No, because the system doesn't want you to know this stuff. An educated consumer is a less profitable consumer. Here's the deeper truth. You're not competing on a level playing field. Wealthy people have access to financial products and strategies that aren't available to you. They get better interest rates because they have collateral. They get better investment opportunities because they're accredited investors. They get tax advantages because they can afford accountants who know the loopholes. Meanwhile, you are paying higher interest rates, higher fees, higher taxes as a percentage of income, and getting worse returns on your savings. The system is literally rigged to keep wealthy people wealthy and make it harder for everyone else to catch up. Let me show you some concrete examples. Overdraft fees. Banks collected about $8 billion in overdraft fees in a recent year. Who's paying these? It's not rich people. It's people living paycheck to paycheck who made a small miscalculation about their available balance. The median overdraft fee is $35, and the median overdraft amount is about $40. People are paying $35 fees on $40 shortfalls. That's an effective interest rate of over 8,000% if you think about it like a loan. But it's legal because the system allows it. Or think about payday loans. If you need a small amount of money before your next paycheck, your options are terrible. You can overdraft and pay that $35 fee. You can get a payday loan and pay 300 to 400% APR. You can borrow from a credit card and pay 24% APR plus cash advance fees. All of these options are exponentially more expensive than what a wealthy person would pay to borrow the same amount of money. The system charges you more when you can least afford it. Now, look, let me give you some action steps, because understanding that the system is broken doesn't help unless you figure out how to work within it anyway. First, stop blaming yourself. Seriously, if you're struggling financially despite working hard and trying to be responsible, that's not a personal failing. That's you operating in a system designed to make you struggle. Acknowledge that the deck is stacked against you. That's not defeatist, that's realistic. And only once you acknowledge the reality can you strategize around it. Second, automate everything you possibly can. The system is designed to profit from your mistakes and your forgetfulness. Don't give it the opportunity. Set up automatic bill pay for everything. Set up automatic transfers to savings. Set up automatic retirement contributions. Remove as many manual decisions as possible, because every decision point is a chance for the system to get you with a fee or a missed opportunity. Third, consolidate and simplify. You don't need 6 different apps to manage your money. You don't need accounts at 4 different banks.